All right, you'll see Golden Knight 607 on the takeoff roll. Members of the gold demonstration team are aboard. They're going to take off, and then they're going to fly right over top of Show Center, right over us here, and they're going to toss out some streamers or wind drift indicators, so they can determine what the winds are in the last 2,000 feet of their jump. If you look carefully, you can look right through the back of the aircraft. The cargo doors on the left and right side are wide open, so you got blue sky shining right through there. And after they make their streamer pass, I should say, they'll then climb to about 12,500 feet. We want to thank Jumper is away. Look for that smoke trail as he comes from 12,500 feet above the ground at a speed of 120 miles per hour. That is terminal velocity. In that free fall, Staff Sergeant Kevin Pressgraves from Glen Burnie, Maryland. He's got 1,300 jumps to his credit. As he reaches about 2,500 feet, he'll reach behind his right hip and toss out a little tennis ball-sized leather ball and deploy the black and gold of your United States Army parachute team, the Golden Knights. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the Golden Knights. Speed of about 22 miles per hour. Kevin Pressgraves is able to steer this Ram Air canopy with great accuracy and great skill. The smoke canister attached to his boot gives us great visibility for what he's doing. Flying the POWMIA flag, he is Army strong. The Golden Knights are from Fort Bragg, North Carolina. They have been the Army's official parachute team since they were formed in 1959. Explain something to you. As he comes through about 1,000 feet, he's checking the winds by flying. He'll fly into the wind for a wind penetration check, and he'll tell you more about that later. But what I can tell you is that right now, he can hear you. So I want you to make a lot of noise, and let's get Kevin Pressgraves right in on the target. Come on, Andrews, make some noise. A few hundred feet above the ground. Watch him turn into the wind. He's flying downwind. He'll turn 90 degrees to the target and then turn right in. Watch his hands. To turn left, he'll pull on the left steering line. To turn right, pull on the right steering line and guide himself in from 12,500 feet above the ground. Let's see if he's going to get a 0 on the landing. Watch him. 10, 5, right down there. That's a 0. A perfect score. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Kevin Pressgraves from your United States Army parachute team, the Golden Knights. So the rest of the jumpers will have the best possible shot at landing right on target, just as Kevin Pressgraves did. Members of the Gold Demonstration Team are here today. There are 2 demonstration teams, so the Golden Knights can be represented at 2 different aerial events at any time. The Gold Demonstration Team and the Black Demonstration Team. They also have a Style and Accuracy Team. They have a Competition Team. They have the Headquarters Section. 5 different groups so far, and then they have Team 6, the elite aviation section of the Golden Knights, that flies that fly this Fokker F-27, or in the military designation, the C-31 troopship aircraft. Kevin will be up in just a minute to describe the full show of the Golden Knights. Kevin steered his parachute much the same way the Wright brothers steered their first airplane back in 1903. Prior to the time there were ailerons for bank control, the Wright brothers actually used a technique called wing warping, where they changed the shape of the wing, and that's how Kevin steers his Ram Air canopy. In a moment, we'll get word as to whether we've got a hot target. Another jumper in the air right now on the second pass. He's working his way up to the stage now. As we got this second jumper in the air, please give a nice round of applause to Staff Sergeant Kevin Pressgraves. Kevin, welcome, my friend. Try it out.
How are you doing, Rob?
Great, buddy. It's all yours.
Great to see you again.
Good to see you, bud.
Ladies and gentlemen, right now we have a tandem parachute jump in the sky. That is where one passenger is strapped to the front of the jumper who is in control of the parachute. The first jumper you see coming down is the video guy who videoed the tandem jump. The parachute high and to your left is the tandem parachute passenger with his pilot aboard.
Now, as we see this jumper coming in, a much smaller canopy than yours. He's got a lot faster forward speed, right?
Yes, he does. These canopies are much like a motorcycle. Smaller, agile, and very fast.
Now, the tandem jump canopy, that's even bigger.
Yes, that is up to 395 square feet worth of canopy, as opposed to the one that was just jumped that is possibly under a sub 100.
Less than 100 square feet. So you've got, what, a 275 square foot canopy?
Yes, I do.
Gives you 22 miles an hour. They get up to what? How fast do they get?
Anywhere from 60 to 70 miles an hour on some of these jumps.
That's amazing. Now, as we see this tandem jumper coming in high and to the left, this is something that I've had the opportunity to do with you guys on several occasions. I got to tell you, to be able to free fall, to see hundreds of square miles of our great country is unmatched. You can't see it in an airplane. You could be at 35,000 feet in an airliner and you've got a little box to see out. It's sensory overload. Your first jumps must have been like mine. Just couldn't believe what you could see.
I couldn't believe what I could see, and it made me sick for 3 days, Rob.
It made you sick for 3 days?
3 days. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to keep going on with it, but I stuck with it and hung in there.
Good for you. Now, I got a little woozy myself, going to go around in circles, but that's just me. But I got to tell you, as we watch this come down, keep your eye on it, ladies and gentlemen. If you look at the screens, you can see a pretty good shot of it. But the jumper on the front is the tandem passenger. The guy or lady in the back is the tandem master. Just before they come in to touch the ground, you'll see the passenger's knees come up so they can get a good landing. I think they're going to head right into the grass to give them a nice... Oh, we're going to wave. Let's wave back, everybody. Make some noise. Watch for the turn into the wind. Give them slow speed handling capabilities as they lower themselves down. Let's see if we're going to get a stand-up landing. Oh, nope, they're safe.
The jump is out, the smoke is on. We now have members of the Golden Knights rapidly approaching 120 miles per hour. They will fly their bodies together to build the base of the formation. As the jumpers fly closer and closer together, they will interlock their arms and legs to form the nucleus of the formation. The remaining jumpers set up slightly above and outside of the formation awaiting the team leader's call. Once completed the formation, the free fall photographer continues to circle the formation. At 5,000 feet, the team leader waves his arms, signaling the outside jumpers to turn and perform our bomb burst maneuver. While the base remains to fall at 120 miles an hour and then slide apart to gain separation prior to their opening at 2,000 feet. And there you have the high flyer black and gold of your United States Army Parachute Team, the Golden Knights.
It's great to be able to see on the screen some close-ups of this formation. It was as it was coming down. Jeff Lee and the folks from Live Air Show TV doing a great job.
Now, as you may have guessed, these jumpers are faced with a unique situation, a traffic jam in the sky. They must gain vertical separation to allow for individual approaches into the target area. This is accomplished by pulling down the front part of the parachute and spiraling down at 60 miles per hour. To set up a traffic pattern, much like you'd see an aircraft at a busy airport. On ground with us today for one of his last demonstrations, Sergeant Major Stephen Young of the Golden Knights. From Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, with over 750 jumps. The parachutes used by the Golden Knights are flexible wing gliders, constructed of a lightweight ripstop nylon, have an inherent forward airspeed of 22 miles per hour. To turn left, the jumper simply pulls on the left steering line. To turn right, the jumper pulls on the right steering line. As the jumper nears the ground, they will simultaneously pull down on both steering lines to ensure the safest and softest possible landing. A round of applause for the first jumper to come in. You will notice 7 openings in the front part of the parachute. This allows air to be forced in, keeping the flexible wing glider inflated. You may notice the tail of the parachute curl under. This allows the jumper to slow his forward speed while reducing its rate of descent, to also ensure the safest and softest possible landing. Watch the jumper's hands for minor corrections in obtaining that dead center landing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for these jumpers. The United States Army Parachute Team is comprised mostly of non-commissioned officers. The 86 men and women that make up the team come from various jobs throughout the Army to serve 3 years on one of the 5 major sections of the team. You can discover more about the United States Army on the World Wide Web at www.goarmy.com. Another round of applause for that fine dead center landing, ladies and gentlemen.